Welcome to the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast, a podcast where we teach speakers how to land paid speaking engagements and corporate contracts. Each week, we deliver high-quality content that teaches you how to level up your speaking business. Be sure to join the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook group after having your mind blown by this information-filled episode. Now, here's your host, Ashley Kirkwood, lawyer and professional speaker. This is the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast.
My name's Ashley. I'm the founder of Mobile General Counsel, which is a law firm, but I also have another brand that I adore and love and have invested so much into called Speak Your Way to Cash. And that is where I train speakers on how to land 5- and 6-figure corporate speaking contracts. It is literally, it's been the joy of my life running that business. It has been so much fun, so exciting, and it's taken us to places as a couple that Mobile General Counsel has. But I love Mobile General Counsel, so don't get it twisted. But I'm blessed to have an amazing team at Mobile General Counsel that keeps it running and serves our clients day in and day out religiously so that I can do some fun stuff like this and tell you guys about some cool things that we're working on. Okay, so that's me, and I'll let Chris introduce himself and tell you a little bit about his story too, which he really shares.
So what's up, y'all? I'm Chris Kirkwood. Some of you all may have seen me pop in and out of Ashley's lives or whatever in photos. But I am Ashley's husband. I am the behind the scenes person, the getter, the gopher, the driver, whatever. And so I just came on board back in February. I actually decided to leave my career in education and come full steam ahead in Speak Your Way to Cash and Mobile General Counsel. So I decided that we're going to bet on us, and put all of our attention into creating a legacy of just showing people how to live out their dreams in their life to the fullest.
Yeah, and there's so much that we could say about that, because I feel like one of the things that people miss, and he said he's been in and out of my lives. He means live videos, not live in and out of my life. Okay.
Exactly.
We've been together. It'll be 10 years next year. And it's been really blissful, like being married to Chris. I've loved it. But oh my God. Yeah, I love being married to Chris. But so many people have messaged me like, how did you all decide to do this together? And how has it been? And what does that look like? And Chris, as he left his career in education, he did education for over a decade. Like a decade.
Direct services. So when I say I left the career in education, I mean I was providing direct services in a few different companies, organizations, and nonprofits. I worked with, at this point, thousands of students from elementary all the way up into high school and college students as well. So I just stepped out of the direct service part of my career.
Yeah, definitely. So he has a lot of experience in that. He's very familiar with being on phones. He helped me tremendously throughout my speaking career, even before he joined full-time or even part-time. He was at all the events, talking to our clients, making sure they were handled, helping us land additional business, doing our rebooking calls, and just very involved with the facilitation of what I did on the front end. He was always integral to the back end. So, okay. The first thing I wanted to say to you guys, you all know that COVID has been taking us for a loop. Last year, Speak Your Way to Cash almost didn't happen. And I will be honest with you, when COVID hit, I had sold like 2 tickets to Speak Your Way to Cash. And when I say Speak Your Way to Cash, I mean Speak Your Way to Cash Live. This is our event that we do every single year. Sometimes we do it multiple times a year. We're moving now to doing it at least annually. And last year, it almost didn't happen. COVID happened. And I planned for it to be in person, bigger, better than ever. And then the pandemic hit. And some people requested refunds. Thankfully, some people were like panicking and they were like, we need refunds. I don't know if we're going to do it. And then everyone decided, okay. Because I was one of the first event planners to go virtual. I do not play about health. I had made it virtual as soon as this stuff came out. And I'm like, this is going to be virtual. I don't know what that means for my bottom line, but I can't put people's life at risk because I'm a leader, right? And that doesn't make any sense. And I can't do things for selfish gain that could potentially harm others. So my first priority has always been people's safety and health and making sure they have a great experience. And if it meant I was going to lose a ton of money, then so be it. So when people started saying like, hey, I want refunds and I didn't sign up for no virtual event, I'm tired of virtual, blah, blah, blah. I like went to Chris and was like, babe, look at these crazy emails. Now, some people I refunded and banned. I was like, oh no, talk to me crazy once. Like, you have now missed out on your opportunity to come to these events because I know how life-changing they are. But most of y'all were very respectful with y'all demands. And so we were like, okay, cool. What are we going to do? And I went to Chris and I'm like, I want to cancel this event. Like, I want to cancel it. I don't want to have to do it. I want to cancel it. And we did it virtually. And it was and we did it virtually the day of the event. This is what y'all don't know. And this is all leading up to my big announcement. Follow me on this. If you are someone who COVID changed your plans and you are worried about doing things because of all the opposition that you may face, I want you to listen to this story. This event brings in over 90% of the revenue for the coaching side of our business. We do events, and from those events, we find the perfect fit clients and we work with them throughout the year. 90% of what I do during the year, I don't know if it's 90%, but the vast majority of the year, the work that I'm doing in Speaker Ready Cash is spent talking to my Academy students. Whether it's in the group, whether they're DMing me, I'm making sure they're okay. I'm listening, watching their wins, looking at them sending out contracts for 6-figure deals and closing 5-figure months and making their highest earnings. Someone posted in the group. I never say their name unless they say their name. Y'all say them. But someone posted in the group that they made more in the month of May than they made last year. What? You know what I mean? So I'm busy. I'm busy talking to them and making sure that they're okay. But they enroll to work with me from the event. So imagine your business model is you do an event, people decide to work with you, and that event is threatened. And I was going to cancel it. I was like, it's not meant to be. Stars aren't aligned.
And I said, we're going virtual.
Yeah, he said, Chris was the one who was like, no, you're going to do this event. You're going virtual. It's going to be amazing. People will still come. And I'll tell you guys something too. I'm a confident person, but there are moments where I'm just like, I don't think anyone cares. I legit have moments where I go to Chris and I'm like, these people, do they even care? And he's like, yes, you have a huge audience. Like, people love, what you have going on. And I want you all to make money, impact, and have or create peace for yourself and your families. From my experience, corporate America does not give you that luxury. That's been my experience, personally. Corporate America didn't allow me to take 2 months off without worrying that a boss was going to call me and force me to come back. It didn't give me the luxury to spend time with my daughter without the fear that they're going to say, okay, you can take her to where you need to take her, but then you're going to work all night on this brief. It didn't give me because when I went to trial and Chris was like, when are you coming home? I had to say, I don't know. We're going day by day. I didn't know how long I would be gone. I thought I would be gone for like a week one time, and I didn't come home for like almost a month.
Almost a month. Yep.
Like, now they were paying me about $300,000 of them good dollars, good American dollars, but I had to work for that money.
Every last cent you worked for.
I worked for it. I talk about the black cars and the good eating and the good living, but I worked for that money. And I wanted to set it up so that I could show other people how to have flexibility and freedom, the same flexibility and freedom that I create in my own life. So that's the backstory. Okay, I got to give y'all the backstory. Now, that ain't even what I was going to share. So we do the event virtual. And to our surprise, it is our highest selling event. So that event ends up selling like we're like, okay, we'll do 50 tickets, right? We'll do 50 tickets. We'll see what people say. And we ended up selling like 65 tickets. And we only stopped selling tickets because we didn't have the inventory and the boxes and the experience. Yeah, we didn't have the material.
We had the material to send out, the boxes to send out. So
it literally sold out. Like, we didn't have any more stuff to give the people. And I'm big on everyone who's in the same category. Like, if all of you buy a virtual experience ticket, all of you should get the virtual experience. If all of you buy something else that we're going to talk about, then all of you should get that experience. And I want you to know that I pray, pour, and prepare for every attendee. Like, I read every questionnaire. And I woke up this morning thinking like, okay, I got to do something so that the night before day 2, they know that I'm thinking about them. Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to give them? But that's how I am, because I'm anal. That helps. That helps me to provide the best experience ever. So, okay, I'm getting off track. You get to the event. I thought it wasn't going to work. It works. We sell a lot of tickets. I'm super excited. Now, I'm like, okay, I'm doing an event virtual. And I didn't have an event planner. I didn't have any of that. This year, totally different. We got baddest planner in the game. But I didn't have any of that. So it was just me and Chris. So the night before, we're like, babe, our internet goes out. Our internet went out the night before a virtual event that is 100% reliant on internet. I knew it was over there. That was it. That was it, y'all. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Y'all ain't never heard some of this stuff. Y'all ain't never heard. I think I called Takora and I was like, sis, pray for me. Like, I was like, who prays? Who can pray? Because I can pray. But I was like, I feel like we need to have heaven hear from some other folks too, just in case. Like, in case it don't go through. Who else can pray? So we called some people to pray. And then I was like, all right. I called my aunt and I was like, can I do the event at your house tomorrow if my internet doesn't work? And we had all this stuff set up of how we wanted it to look and how amazing we wanted the virtual experience to be. We ended up doing it like across from my aunt's living room. She happened to have a beautiful setup, like praise God for family who lives down the street with nice houses and good internet. And they were able to hardwire us in. And I was still pumping. So for any of you that have been through this life, this mom life, breastfeeding life, pumping life, you know that there are certain periods you have to pump. You can't be going all day doing 3-day events. And it was a 3-day event. So all of this is happening on the back end. And Chris was just very calm. What were you even thinking when all this happened?
There was a lot happening. And I was at Comcast for half of the day. I was on the phone with internet tech support. I was buying cords. I was buying Ethernet cords. I was buying cables, all types of stuff. But I knew that we just had to get this. We had to get this working. And it was, what happens in the back of my mind is, even before the events happen, is prepare. Like, get as many things as we could get. And there's some things you just cannot account for. Even though you put forth the best effort and you do everything within your power, sometimes things just happen and you got to adapt. And that's kind of been our mantra is it's happening. It happened. What are we going to do now? Like, what's the next step? How are we going to pivot so that we can still offer that extreme just experience of being at Speak Your Way to Cash Live?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. I'm trying to see, because I know y'all got comments. Let me see what y'all saying over here. Y'all are so cute and you're so giddy. That's so dope. That's a good problem to have. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And Lindsay came to like one of the first ones. All right. So here's the thing. So all that happens. It's all this stuff going on the back end. I'm trying to like pump and do everything else. One of the moms on the line was actually on speaker with the guy. She's like, are you pumping right now? Like, it was like a comment. Are you pumping? I'm like, girl, don't pump me out, girl. Right. I think that was Kelly. I think it was Kelly. But we'll see.
That noise. I'm glad that's over.
Yeah.
That noise.
So, okay. So then we get to the actual event. And it is incredible. Yes. It's incredible. Every session hit. For the most part, internet was perfect. We were hardwired in. We made it work. And no one knew anything different. My team was on point. They made sure people's comments were answered. It was just so fulfilling. It was so fulfilling. The only thing, if you attended last year, that I did not like was that I could not see all of your faces. I wanted to see all of you have your breakthroughs, whether you were virtual or in person. I wanted to see it. I wanted to feel it. At one point, I think there was an attendee that started that got emotional. I wanted to feel as much in person as it could. And we got a lot of that commonality in that community, and our Facebook group was so lit. Like, I'm going back through now archiving old posts, and I'm just like, oh my God, our Facebook group was so lit. But I wanted to feel it. I wanted to feel it, and I wanted to see it. And so, should we tell them now? Or
I don't know if they can wait for a little bit.
And so, here's what we're gonna do. Drum roll. We gotta have those sound effects like they have those other things. Okay. Drum roll. Okay, announcement number one. Number one. Speak Your Way to Cash Live 2021 will be hybrid. Okay, it'll be hybrid. So here's what that means. Because I want to be very clear. Because there's a lot of people that do virtual events, but there's no one that does it quite like me. All right? What that means is that this year we will have 50 VIP in-person tickets. And let me explain that there are a portion of those tickets that are reserved for the members of the Speak Your Way to Cash Academy. So Speak Your Way to Cash Academy, they can't, like, you can't take their spots. Now, if some of them can't make it, I will get that. I'll know that. And we may be able to release some of those tickets that are reserved for them. But we only have 50. The venue that we'll be having seats over 150 people. So we are going to be spread out doing COVID protocols. And let me tell you something else. If you're like, I'm really interested in coming, and then I want to tell you about the in-person, and then I want to tell you about the virtual. If you're really interested in coming in person, there's a couple of things you must know, because I'm super COVID conscious. Like, I'm the friend where you text me to go to dinner after COVID, and I'm like, girl, you vaccinated? That's me. I'm her, okay? And so we highly recommend anyone that wants to come to this event in person get vaccinated. Now, I can't subpoena your medical records, all right? I can't. So we will have, because look, it's going to be luxury, but it's also going to be safe. We are going to have on-site COVID testing, all right? On-site COVID testing. Everyone who attends and gets one of these VIP experiential tickets will be submitting to on-site COVID testing. We're going to make it cute. We're going to make it quick, but we're going to make it COVID clear, all right? So you'll have on-site COVID testing, and we're still going to want you to wear a mask if you're not speaking, right? But we're going to do on-site COVID testing as well, and we'll have, speaker-ready cash masks and all that for people who forget. We're going to want you to follow all the protocols that you can follow. We'll have water and tea and continental breakfast each day for those folks who come in person. And don't worry, we'll have like where you can go to lunch and all that other stuff. And I'm working out something with my Black Card service. So if you really want the full experience with travel like me, we'll make sure y'all can do that, okay?
Extra.
Yeah, extra. I think Audrey said she has a shirt on, I'm extra. Yes, I'm extra. I need to get that. Because y'all know my car service, we go see what their capacity looks like to make sure we can do this. But the hotel that we're looking at using is basically going to give us run a play to do what we need to do to make it the best experience for you. Now, I've polled my audience, and there's about half of y'all that are like, I wouldn't care what testing you got going on. I ain't coming in person. Cool. It's hybrid. What that means is for the folks that are virtual, you will have the full Speak Your Way to Cash experience. Let me tell you what this will not be, so y'all don't get me confused with something else. This isn't going to mean that you're virtual and there'll be some little camera from my computer streaming to like you so you can kind of see what's going on, but kind of can't. This is not that, okay? We have an audio visual team that will be ensuring, one, that I can see everyone who's attending virtual. So we want your camera on, your face is clear. We want you raising your hand to be in the hot seat. We're gonna bring you on stage to make that happen. We wanna see your outfits. We wanna see your breakthroughs. That was my number one requirement in looking for venues. So even if you're virtual, you will get the full experience. And plus, since you're virtual, you will get a digital goodie bag. So we're working on digital goodie bags for everyone who's virtual to make sure they get, I don't know how to do it, but to do it.
Come through. Yeah.
I don't know how to do it, but to do it. Now, that's for the virtual. And all of the breakout sessions that we have, we're going to have those properly facilitated so you can take part in that. You'll have your workbooks, you'll get your box, same experience, virtual. And it's high-end virtually done, right? You'll still be able to ask your questions. And I'm making sure they give me monitors so I can see all of your comments. Now, because I am a masterful speaker, I can hold 2 rooms. Don't even worry about that, babe. Don't even worry about that. Now, the experience that you're going to get, like, oh my gosh, because we were looking at venues yesterday. So, babe, tell them how picky I am about venues.
We were all over the city of Chicago and beyond. We left the house, I felt like at 9:15 a.m. We didn't get back home until 9:15 p.m. I'm exaggerating just a little bit, but we actually did make it home at 7:30. We walked into some rooms and Ashley walked right out of the room and said, no.
Not my Speak Your Way to Cash fam. Absolutely not.
Caught some people in mid-sentence and they were like, but we have a whole other room. And Ashley's like, no. So she's picky, y'all. I know if anybody knows she's picky, it's gonna be me. So trust and believe that she has thought about every intricate detail down to the color and the threading of the sheets.
And
she sat on the bed, fluffed the pillows. Fluff the pillows. Look, y'all see this? Fluff the pillows. Fluff them up. Sat on them. Went in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Looked at the soaker. So we are definitely considering everything in live and in person. We thought about lighting. We thought about natural lighting, windows. We thought about making sure that we have every element of surprise that you're not even expecting virtual.
Oh yeah. No, virtual, yeah. And we have like virtual facilitators that'll make sure you're getting what you need. Everyone who attends will have a point of contact, a phone number that they can, call or text if they can't get in. We'll have tech support. We'll make sure that you're very well taken care of. And I want you all to know the level of detail that I'm putting into this, because transparently, this will be the biggest event I have done to date. Not the biggest event that I will do, but the biggest event that I've done to date. It will also be the best event that I've done to date. And for anyone who's attended any of my previous events, most of you have attended multiple of the previous events. The content is not the same, but I can tell you for this event, none of the content is the same. None of the content is the same. And I've been taking my time with putting the agenda together, because what I realize I have a superpower and a gift to do is to transfer confidence. And that's what I'm doing at Speak Your Way to Cash Live 2021. And let me tell you what that means. I can tell you exactly how to pitch people. I can tell you and give you scripts for how to do all these different things. But if you don't have the confidence to hit send on the email, you won't do anything. And I've done you all a disservice by not dealing and digging into the mindset and the pieces that it takes for you to hit send. The reason you haven't hit send isn't because you don't know how, it's because you don't know who. You don't know who you are and whether you can serve at the level that you're dreaming to, okay?
It's too deep. It's too deep.
So I need you to know who you are and that you can serve to the level that you're dreaming to. And so we're starting off with the Dreamer's Den. And I'm so excited about day one of the event. I'm excited about all days. But day one, I had to make sure the beds were comfortable, because y'all gonna need to sleep. Y'all gonna need to sleep and get your mind right for day two. Because what we're doing is creating an experience and a space for high-performing speakers, and high-performing entrepreneurs, and people who have a message in their heart to dream to the fullest and then execute. So after we dream, we have the vision. After we have the vision, we got to execute the plans that we can make the vision come to life. And so it's just going to be off the chain. And I'm looking for, and I'm going to have Chris, because Chris is good at seeing beyond what I see, because I get so excited. I'm like, this is what I want to happen. But who I'm looking for, if you're like, man, I don't know if this is me. I don't know if I'm the person she's looking to attend. I am looking for people. I'm looking for let me be specific about what we're going to create at this event and who we're going to have there. I'm looking for 250 people who are committed to changing the world with their message, but they are also equally as committed to ensuring that the work they do in the world does not take them out prematurely. They don't want to be overworked. They don't want to be underpaid. They don't want to feel like they're serving people and changing lives, and yet they have to go home and check their bank account before they do X, Y, and Z. They know that what they have, other people are being paid handsomely for it, but they don't know exactly who they should be reaching out to be paid handsomely themselves. Or maybe you feel like you now need to dedicate everything you have in you to another dream, because your original dream of changing the world, having large corporate clients, impacting people all over the world with your voice and with your message, or making speaking an income stream can no longer happen. So that's who I'm looking for. You have an expertise. You're not out here trying to tell people how to write a book in 10 days and you ain't never wrote a book. Like, that's not you. You know certain things. You have a certain soft skill or a skill that you can teach people. You just don't know how to package it. Or you have so many skills. I'm going to talk to you for a minute. You have so many skills. You don't know which one you should rock with for speaking, or you sell to consumers already, successful business owner. You sell to consumers every day. And you've toyed with the idea of potentially selling to corporate, but you don't know exactly what that looks like or what that means or where to start. It looks cool, but you don't know where to start. I'm looking for you. I want you to be at Speak Your Way to Cash Live 2021 with me and with Chris to have an experience unlike any experience you have ever had before. Even if you've attended my events in the past, you've never had this experience before. Other thing, these tickets are going to go fast because we have a very limited amount and we can't expand it. We cannot expand it because we're being very COVID conscious. So we cannot expand it. All right. So if you want the VIP ticket, get it on early bird right now. If you buy the early bird ticket, you will be able to attend the live prospecting party, the pre-event prospecting party, where I'll actually show you how I pitch and find people to pitch and set up a campaign and evaluate the success, and I'll do it all live. So if you want to attend that, make sure you get an early bird ticket. Those folks will be able to attend that. That's going to be really bananas. Yeah. But Chris, you've seen a lot of my clients, hundreds, go through the programs, do the things, attend the events. We served hundreds of people through our previous 5 events. Who do you think is the most successful in Speak Your Way to Cash? Like, they're at home thinking like, I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't come. I've been following you for a while. I like some of your quotes, but I don't know if I should come. Who should be there? Who's going to get blessed and impacted by being there?
Anybody who's looking to level up, and they're not just thinking about it, but they put in all of the work, except they just don't know how to package it, or they don't know how to price themselves at the right price point, so they're not undercutting their value or their profits. Because you don't want to come in too low, because then people start to put you in a certain bucket. So people who have already put in work, they have that expertise, or they have several expertise in the areas of expertise, and they just don't yet know how quite to package it and sell it. We're looking for those type of people who are ready to like hit the ground running. They're looking for that one thing that's gonna set them and like it clicks. Now I know how to put my businesses and my expertise together. So those are the type of people we're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, and like some of the sessions, I mean, we talked about the Dreamers Den. I'm so excited about that. But then I'm also excited about the language lab. Like, what are the phrases and words that I have spoken out of my mouth that have helped me get more money in my speaking contracts, or that have helped my clients to do the same? I think that session is going to be eye-opening, because for most people, even if they know who to pitch, they don't know what to say. And then if they agree to have a call with them, they don't know what to say on the call. And so the language lab is going to give you the language you need to start moving that business forward. And then we got pricing power, like how to price and package. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, the sessions are off the chain. They're really, really, really good. Like, you all have not seen anything like this anywhere. And then we got another announcement too. Because I don't think y'all believe me. I don't think you all believe that. So what we teach in the academy is the paid method. And I know my stuff works. I know it does. I know it works for me. I know it works for my clients who implement. And I know that there is power in doing. Even if you get like a little piece of it wrong, it's still going to work. It's still going to work for you if you do the work. So I want to prove it to you. I want to prove it to you before the event. And I want to prove it to you with an awesome subject. Okay, so Chris, tell him what we're going to do.
What are we going to do?
Babe.
What?
You sound like Christelle. What? That's my daughter.
All right, so like I said, I have transitioned from direct services back in February, and I've come to the conclusion that I am going to start my speaking journey. So what does that look like? Wow, so Ashley finally got me in front of the camera. So we are going to embark on this journey of following Ashley's methodology from Speak Your Way to Cash. And she is going to coach me through every step of the way. And we're going to do it on a fast track to show you all that what she's talking about absolutely works.
We're putting it to the test. This is called putting your money and your pride and your reputation where your mouth is, okay? So I know it works. And so I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes, reality show style. So y'all ain't gonna see all the glam. Y'all gonna see some behind the scenes work as we decide to take you guys behind the scenes of Chris's speaking journey. Now, Chris, have you been paid to speak as of yet?
No. I've gotten a couple of chicken dinners, literally.
Literally. We gotta tell y'all where he's at, okay? Where he's at. Now, did you come to me with a well-positioned, well-packaged signature speech already?
No, not at all. No, not in the least bit.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We have gotten a crew together who's gonna follow pieces of this journey, and every week or so, every couple of weeks, we are going to take you behind the scenes of Chris's journey to getting his first paid engagement, utilizing the paid method that we teach in Speak Your Way to Cash live, right? And it's going to be interesting. We've never done anything quite like this.
I've never done anything quite like this.
I haven't done reality show style stuff.
Yeah, I don't even like reality shows.
Well, here we are.
We're all in the growing phase, so this is gonna be it's definitely gonna be a challenge, but I am looking forward to it.
And you're gonna have to do the work.
Yeah, I gotta do it. So So we'll see. So I'm in a similar situation as you all. So I got my ticket. I actually just bought my ticket
He did.
about half an hour ago.
He did. He bought his ticket a half hour ago to Speak Ready to Cash. So, Chris, what has your speaking experience been? Tell them your speaking background.
I am originally a minister and pastor. So I have, delivered sermons, preached. I've done inspirational talks. I have done a graduation years ago when I was first starting out in education. But it's really been in front of religious church crowds. That's really it. I've spoken to my students in the classroom, and that's probably my most comfortable area of speaking, like to my students, but nothing official.
Yeah, we're going to package all that up. It's going to be incredible. We'll do a reveal of Chris's website. Yeah, someone said, I've been thinking he should do this. So amazing to see it happen for him. Go, Chris. Okay, awesome. Yeah, he should do it. And I get emails from pastors all the time, people in ministry all the time, because oftentimes the church doesn't pay you to speak. And that's okay if that's not your market. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you do for your ministry, for everything else. But if you want to get paid to speak and you're in ministry, or you're sitting on inspirational panels, or you go to these empowerment brunches and you sit there and you speak and you're wondering if you can make it a career, you absolutely can. And we're going to show you that. So follow us for that journey along the way. We'll be showing you guys that. I'll be showing you all more behind the scenes of what happened last year in that event. We're going to be showing you guys Chris's journey, and we're going to be inviting you to the event and sharing some tips for how you can grow your speaking business even now. I'm so thrilled about all the announcements that we have coming up. For those of you who just joined, Speak Ready to Cash Live 2021 will be hybrid. We have a very limited amount of people that can be in the building, all of whom will be COVID tested. So I recommend you take a test before you come. Then I recommend you do the rapid COVID test while you're there, get your negative, and go and enjoy your life. You know what I mean? Get in the room. So ticket prices. Early bird pricing will end next month, but the VIP, once those tickets are gone, they're gone. We cannot add any more people to it. So if you're considering coming in person, if you already bought virtual and you want to upgrade your ticket, you can do that. We'll reserve your spot for that. Email me this week and I'll send out an email to you as well. If you're in the academy, let me know if you're coming. If you cannot come and you don't want to have that ticket reserved for you, then let me know that too. But I'll talk to you guys in the group as well. But it's going to be, those things are going to go fast, super fast. They're live now, right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Like I can go and see right now.
Yeah, you can go and see right now.
Yeah, they're live. And I just want to put this out there. We're inviting everyone, right? We don't discriminate at all. I want to do a special invitation personally to all the gentlemen, men and fellas, come out here. I need you in the room. I need you on the screen. I need some support personally, but I want to see you and I want to see you thrive. So yeah, fellas, definitely come out. Ladies, you have been rocking with Ashley and Speak Ready to Cash for so long. We do want to just kind of, give you all a different feel. Yeah, it's gonna be. Because Speak Ready to Cash has always been. It's not just for women. It's not just for men. It's not just for people who don't identify as either. Like, it is for everyone. Speak Ready to Cash is an inclusive, accepting community for speakers. Okay, so I described who I want to come, but there is a certain sense of urgency for people who are getting up there in age like me. Like, I feel myself getting older. I feel like I wake up every day like, I gotta hurry up. Like, we're doing our will and trust and everything. We're gonna have lives together. Yeah. Because it just feels like, we're getting older. So there are some of you out there, I don't know if this is you, that have a sense of urgency about your speaking career. You're like, I want to do this long term. I can't keep doing it like this. Some of you are even speaking coaches. You coach other speakers on how to get paid to speak, but you yourself are tired of only getting the $3,000 to $5,000 to $7,000 engagements. You want to unlock the code on higher paying clients. You want to know why? So then you can have 10 clients in a year and still make $200,000-$300,000. You don't need to have a lot of clients to hit your revenue goals. You really don't. You really don't. And depending on how your business is set up and the team and the capacity that you have, you should not have hundreds of clients without the capacity to serve them at a high level. And so I'm looking for some folks who are tired of not knowing, who want the roadmap, who've heard some other stuff, but know they need to implement and know that let me talk to y'all that have come in the past.
You've come in the past, but you're like, girl, I didn't even implement this stuff last year. That's on you, but that's also on me because we didn't go deep enough into the mindset that prevents you from doing the work. And so this year, we're going in that direction. So come at your own risk. You know what I mean? Like, come if you're ready to change. Like, there are some of you watching right now who are thinking like, dang, something has to change. I cannot wake up another year and be in the same position that I was in last year. Some of you are like, you know what? I came last year and learned so much stuff. Someone put on their review like, I learned 7 figures worth of knowledge in 2 days. Now, if you feel like that, but you need a reset, you're like, all right, but this time I'm coming for me and it's personal and I'm coming with a sense of urgency, then this the one. This where you need to be, November 4th through 6th, period. Not in my house, but at the event. At the event. And whether it's live or virtual, we got you. So like people are like, oh, I'm not ready for live. Good, it's cool. It's cool. Because we have you virtual and not no janky virtual. Like it is a virtual experience. If y'all could see the bills that they are quoting me to make this virtual experience the way it is supposed to be, you would be like, oh my God, this event is so cheap. Okay. So early bird pricing, your virtual pass for the 3 days live, not including replays and all that. Your virtual pass for the 3 days is $957 right now, which is crazy low. I think it's $957, right? That's so low. For virtual pass early bird. If you pay in full.
Right.
If you pay in full. If you do the payment plan, it's 4 payments of $300. So it's $1,200 on a payment plan. VIP, you want to be in person. You want to be one of the 50 that's in person. Then what you have to do is go to speakyourwaytocash.com/event. Virtual in-person experience is $2,500 for the 3 days. Breakfast, lunch, tea, snacks, all that stuff. Virtual 3 days of information. $2,500. That's the early bird rate. It will expire next month. Get your ticket now because it will sell out. And unlike last year, I can't be like, yeah, girl, we can let you in. I know something happened. Like some of y'all will send me like long stories, but this is what happened. This is why I couldn't get the ticket. Okay, we can't do that this year. I've been too nice. I'm not even going to be on that. We got customer service on that. They're just going to follow the rules that we set out. So go get your ticket today. And it's an investment in your future. You are sowing a seed into good soil because me and Chris, we've grown so much over the years. We're very integral people. And when people invest with us and they invest their time and their money, we give you everything we've got for that experience. And y'all already know how picky I am. Just saying. So it's going to be pretty incredible. So you want to go get your stuff now. Go get your ticket now. Do not wait until this event sells out. It'll sell out months in advance. And even if you were able to somehow sneak in at the last minute, you may miss your beautiful welcome box. You may miss all of your goodies. And the goodies in the box this year, we have sponsors for the box. Like, come on. It's going to be off the chain. So I don't even know what else to tell y'all. Oh my gosh, this must be crazy. It's going to be so good though. Not crazy. It's going to be extraordinary. It's going to be extraordinary. Anything else from your end, Chris, that you see, you just want to warn them? Because you hear all the ideas. Like Chris knows all the little things that we're going to do to make this like a next level experience.
What y'all need to understand is that Ashley is the ultimate dreamer. When I say ultimate dreamer, I mean she's always leveling up. Ashley thinks about like how to increase the experiences of living life in general, like our lives, her life, and everybody that she comes into contact with all day. In the car, she's listening to podcasts. In the tub, she's reading books. She's always talking to me. I'm trying to go to sleep. She's always looking to level up the experience. And that's really the point. The point I'm getting at is that we don't like to really like show how we're living for the sake of just showing it. We're not showing people.
We're not flashing.
We're not flashing people at all. But what we do
That's probably why we get along so good with Audrey and Calvin. They're so
probably.
Yeah.
What we do want people to understand is that you could live the life that you've always dreamed of.
Legit.
That's where our mindset is.
And we didn't think that because I feel like one of the reasons why you didn't go into entrepreneurship right away with me was because we were like, well, what about what every family says? Drop it in the chat what every family says. You gave it away. Everyone's like insurance and retirement benefits. And literally we talked to our financial advisor and he's like, you can just buy insurance and you can set up your own retirement and you can put in even more as an entrepreneur. I was like, what?
Or security. Like, looking for that job security. And it took me almost 10 years to realize that what the amount of energy, time, focus, and just absolute sheer will I was putting into somebody else's dream. It takes a toll on you as an individual. You know that. People, y'all know that. So we're living a different life, a different way. And y'all says make another choice.
Yeah, and keep choice. If you love your job, keep your job. I'm not trying to take all of you from corporate. You know what I mean? I'm just saying
the mindset has to shift away from.
Yeah, the mindset just has to be, you know what? I'm going to take a bet on myself. I'm going to make the investment in myself. And nothing as insignificant, and I'm going to say this with as much respect as I can, and I'm going to explain why I'm saying this. So, like, if you take notes, I want you all to take this down as a note. Because I'm going to say something that I normally don't say because it offends people, but I'm going to just say it. I am of the mind, nothing as insignificant as money is going to keep me from what I want out of life. That was my mindset shift. Nothing as insignificant as money is going to keep me from what I want in this life. And what I mean by that is money is it's something that I can go out and work for and get. It's tangible. Health, not so much. You know what I mean? Like you can have good health, you can work out, but if God forbid something happens to your health, like this COVID or anything like that, like that's not something I can put money on and buy. If there's a problem that I can fix with money, it is a blessing to be able to solve that problem. That is not the ultimate problem in life. For many of you watching, there are always exceptions. But for me, I made that determination. Like, I'm going to figure out what I have to do. When I was 13 years old, I wanted something. My parents were like, you don't have no job? I was like, bet. I went out their house at 13 before the legal age to work. So don't report me. And I walked to every small business in Flossmoor, Illinois with a resume at 13 and was like, I would love to work at your establishment. My name's Ashley Kirkwood and I'm happy to be here. Are you hiring for anything? And most of the businesses said no, but there was one of the businesses, a cleaners, that was like, in fact, you can start tomorrow and you can run the cleaners. I was 13 when I had my first job. AA Cleaners was the name of it in Flossmoor, Illinois. Because in my mind, even at that young age, it was like, money? Well, how do you get money? You work. This is what my parents say. You work, that's how you get money. That's it. I just gotta work. Now this is me as a kid. So I'm like, cool, how do you get to work? Well, you got to get a job. Well, how do you get a job? You give them a resume. And how do you get the job? Well, you interview well. Okay. So I figured out how to interview. I went and got a resume and I walked my butt to every company that I could walk to because I had no car. I was 13. So every company that I could walk into, I walked into and then I got a job and then I worked it and then I had money and I went and got what I need to get. Some of you are telling yourselves you can't do something because you don't have money. But let me tell you something. There are other things that people don't have besides money that are far more prohibitive. And once you realize that money is something that in this country we have a unique ability to obtain easier than other places, then you'll get after it. The most illuminating thing for me was when I was in college studying abroad. And we went to Brazil and we went to the favelas of Brazil. And we saw all the kids who didn't have any shoes, didn't have anything, but they were working. They were literally working, selling beads, they were working. And I'm not saying you have to do that. And I'm not saying that that's fair. In capitalism, okay, we can have all those arguments and all those discussions. I'm just telling you what mindset works for me and what mindset didn't keep me captive to my circumstances. And it was the mindset that I wasn't going to let something as insignificant as money keep me from what I needed. And if I needed information and it was money that I had to get information, then I was going to get the money to get the information. You can either become the exception or you can make an excuse. I am looking for 250 people who are done making excuses, who are done telling themselves what they don't have over and over again, who are done letting their circumstances keep them captive, who are done blaming their family for their situations, who are done with every excuse under the sun and who are ready to change. They're ready to dream because guess what? As a mom, my daughter has to see me living a different life. She has to see me saying, yeah, it's going to be tough, but you know what, baby? We can do anything we put our mind to. You want to know why? Because we can strategize. Let me show you how you problem solve. You need something? Let me show you how you get after it. Because people don't really give out handouts like that, right? But we're going to hand you all the information. The transaction that has to happen, that's insignificant. Go and pay that little bill so you can come and get this word, okay? Now I'm off my soapbox because that may have been a lot.
Pay on it, don't pray on it.
Pay on it and pray on it. Pay on it and pray on it. But yeah, I hope you all had a good time. Like we're thrilled about what we have going on. Go to speakingreadycash.com/event. Secure your seat and your future, right? And then I will see you November 4th through 6th.
Get your tickets today.
Oh my gosh.
All right, wasn't that interview amazing? If you're anything like me, you have pages full of notes. But here's the thing. Before you head out, I want you to go to facebook.com and join the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook group. That is where I am. That's where a ton of other speakers are, a ton of other people who listen to the show. We all congregate there and chat. And it's 100% free. Now, if you're ready to take your speaking career to the next level, I have 2 ways for you to do that. One, you can go to ashleynicolekirkwood.com/SYWTC live replay and pick up the live replay. That training is 7 modules, chock full of information. It's crazy. Go over there, read all about it. Or if you want a more personal experience, you already know that you want to be a speaker. You're ready to fully commit and you want someone to walk you through it and save you tons of time Googling and doing it on your own, then book a VIP day with me. You can go to ashleynicolekirkwood.com, scroll down until you see the VIP day section and get more information on that there. All right. Thank you guys again for watching. Please do not forget to leave us a review. That is how we keep this train rolling and get some of the best speakers in the world to get on this show. So please, please, please leave a review. Shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and Facebook in the Speak Your Way to Cash group, Instagram at the Ashley Nicole Show, and I'd be more than happy to chat with you and say hi. All right, y'all have an awesome, awesome day.